Welcome to Verbal Pick Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Got my partner in the building, Brother Low Key. Now we're going to touch bases on family business and keeping what is family business to ourselves. And on that stance, I remember Malcolm X saying that, look, if we got to go into the closet and discuss an issue pertaining to individuals, we'll do that, but we won't let our business get out in the street, to show that we are in disagreement. We'll put a united front when we come out in public, and then we'll iron or hash things out behind closed doors. So, on that note, welcome to the show, Brother Low Key.
Man, what's going on, Brother Cold Black, man? How you feeling?
Oh, man, it's all good, man. You know how we do it. Definitely putting it down on Verbal Pick Radio. Now, me personally, I just have a quick question. Pertaining to Dr. Boyce Watkins and his thrashing of Lil Wayne. And Professor Griff called him Lil Wendy. I mean, Lil Wayne been getting, done in. But on your personal view, do you feel that people should go public with their display of displeasure, of dislike towards a fellow brother, or do you feel like a person had went so far to where they have to be checked in the public?
I feel like, for me, the way, I take it as whenever I hear, people speak on this particular subject, I don't feel it's a right or wrong in it. I take in the information and then we discuss it amongst us and, we give our take on it, just as a reference for our perspective on politics.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. But so that means that personally, you don't judge the individual. Is that what you're saying?
I work on not, being judgmental.
Okay,
I'm gonna have my perspective, based on my understanding at the same time. Okay. And and whenever we discuss, like I said, amongst family and loved ones, that we express our perspective.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this question: if all of us are moving forward in one direction, saying that we are conscious and we starting to build, and one comes out and say that they're in opposition to the movement and say that they went and gave pertinent information to the other side, how should we respond to that one? Should we see them as a traitor, or should we see them as they're just exposing or expressing their body of politics, even though what they've done could be detrimental to the whole?
We're going based on our perspective. If they doing some sellout shit, then that's exactly how we're going to call it. Now when it comes to, let's say, my family and my loved ones, I know that if they have a certain amount of people watching them, a certain audience, a large audience, then I know that if they step out of line, then they're going to get thrashed.
Okay.
They're going to get thrashed on social media, and they're going to get chastised, so, but as far as me, if it's my family member, then I'm not going to go on social media and call them out publicly. I'm going to hit them up, I'm going to call them up, and I'm going to be like, look, that was,
that's the right thing.
We're going to take it from there.
Right thing to do. Yeah. The reason why I'm saying is because what I'm noticing, and what's taking place is, it's like a split, man. Literally, the ideologies or the concept on how blacks should get along, or I'm trying to search for the right word on how we should conduct ourselves, or how we should even be in America. The theme is starting to split. You have those conscious community. When I say conscious community, I'm saying from the Nation of Islam to the Hebrew Israelites, to the RBGs, to the Moors, to the 5% of the Pan-Africanists, the Garveyites, et cetera, et cetera. Then you have what they would call the civil rights group, who theory is we can touch the problem of racism with the theme of Gandhi and Martin Luther King, that we would love them to death. And now what's happening is Hillary Clinton made this statement that there were Muslims in America since the time of George Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So there were Muslims on this soil before blacks had got converted to Christianity.
Right.
So now what we saying is, okay, well, some say we tried that method a long time ago. It didn't work for us, but y'all feel free to try that method, but don't expect us to get caught into that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So do you feel as though we should come together in a united front, or should we let one side go about it their way and the other side go about it their way, or should we find a way to unite both sides and go at it together?
Well, we're gonna build on those who we have common ground with, and you know what we're actively doing now. Those who are not currently a part of it. The way that things are changing now, like I said, it's gonna become a trend to be on knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Mm-hmm. And if you ignorant and you lacking and you're not on knowledge yourself, then you gonna be under the tutelage of those who are in the know. Because it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna need them tools in order to move forward and progress.
That's right. That's right. Now this interview, we will continue because this is just part one of many. And before we go, man, any last statements or comments you'd like to make on this subject?
Yeah, man. I want to shout out to the Side of Black News 102. I think it's a great idea of us having our own, news media whenever these particular situations they jump out, and you got our people, that are conscious, that are on knowledge out there covering it. So when it comes to European media, they go out there and they tell their story. We know that it's coming from a false and agenda-based perspective, and we know that whenever there's incidents with our people, we can go out there and we can express what actually occurs from our perspective, our take on it, and interview people that we grab up in the streets and things of that nature. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because of something you were saying earlier in regards to different groups. And my take on it is that if we have certain disagreements amongst us as conscious people, that we should also keep that in-house. We shouldn't publicly go out there and bash a whole group, because within that group you have real ones. You got trill ones within that group, real people. And when you throw out blanket statements like the Moors are all this, or the Hebrews are all that, or this, that, then you got to realize that there are so many African families within these particular groups that you're also, they getting hit with the acid while you're spewing it at the same time. So it's like straight bullets. You're hitting innocent bystanders, even if you do feel that there are certain guilty parties involved in the situation that are occurring. So we got to be careful to be mindful when we go out there and we put these statements out there, because what you're going to do is you're going to cause infighting, which we got a long history of, and that was part of the reason why we got to the point that we're at now, where we're so disconnected.
Hey, brilliantly said, bro, and that is the truth. How you want respect from others when you can't respect yourself. So, yeah, man, that is definitely on it, man. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the time on the interview. We're going to do a part 2 coming at you real soon, brother Low Key, and we are
Already.